Welcome to the Reddit selection, where the wildest, funniest, and most jaw-dropping stories from Reddit come to life. Today, we are diving into Amethyst Hole. Sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy the show. Am I the butthole for declining to invite a woman who has called herself a total klepto into my home? I joined a women's social club 6 months ago because I've been struggling to make friends after relocating to a new-to-me city. It took me a while to warm up to the group and to connect with people I actually had anything in common with. I had to wade through a lot of Botox parties and boozy brunches to find things I was interested in. But I did, and I started coming to group events fairly often. I hang out most often with the women who like to read, do crafty things, bake, skywatch, etc. Among these women is one, I'll call her Andia, who has made several comments about how she's a total klepto. I think that she makes these comments to seem cool to the other people in the group. I reached out to some of the women I see regularly at these events and invited them over to my place to watch a TV show I'd been talking about and do crafty stuff. They were excited and agreed to come. Unfortunately, Andrea found out. I assume someone asked if she was going and reached out to me to ask if she was invited. I considered this for a bit and then told her no, as I only had so much room at home. She didn't believe me and asked me for the real reason, saying I thought we got along, which, yes, is true. I told her I'm not comfortable inviting a kleptomaniac into my home, that I've worked hard to have the things I have, and it would be stupid for me to invite her knowing that she openly brags about it. She said okay very quietly. She then said, "You're painting me out to be some horrible criminal when you don't even know anything about me." I said that her being proud to call herself a klepto was all I needed to know. She said that I was a high school mean girl and ableist. I am unsure what the foundation for that statement is. This unfortunately has spilled over to the group, which is frustrating. But what has me the most surprised is that there are so many people defending her and telling me that I'm out of touch and take things too literally. Am I? Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Not the butthole. Being a thief isn't the same as being a kleptomaniac or a klepto. One of the key factors of diagnosing kleptomania, which is a legit rare mental health disorder, is the roller coaster of emotions about the theft. A kleptomaniac will not tell virtual strangers that they have stolen because the shame is physically painful to them. Andrea is the ableist for rebranding kleptomania to justify her poor behavior. Here's the response from OP. I know that there are people who say they are being so OCD about something, and they just mean they're being fastidious. I'm not well versed on kleptomania, but I thought her comment might have been along those lines. It probably was, but it still makes her the ableist, not you. She's not a klepto. She a thief. And a proud thief at that. She is also rude. When you said there wasn't room, she should have accepted that answer. She isn't owed entry to your property. Not the butthole. I said that her being proud to call herself a klepto was all I needed to know. Great response. AITA. I assume she meant you're ableist because she sees her kleptomania as a disease. She is toxic. Here's the response from OP. Oh, that helps explain the ableism comment. And now for the next story. Am I the butthole for telling my older brother he deserved to be dumped after he made fun of me for crying? Hey Reddit, I'm a 15-year-old guy, and this week has been one of the hardest of my life. My dog Romeo passed away unexpectedly a few days ago. He wasn't just a dog. A lot of people get wogy at he was my best friend, and the closest thing to me since I was 3. Got me. I didn't think it would hit me this hard, but it did. Now here is the thing. My older brother, 20 male, is the stereotypical tough guy. Super popular, full of confidence, High School Musical type of shit. But he also has a bad habit of dismissing anything that doesn't fit into his worldview. We've never been that close. He thinks I'm too sensitive, and I think has a bit of an ass. But I genuinely thought he'd understand how much Romeo meant to me. I mean, even if he didn't care about Romeo, he could have at least respected that I did, right? You guessed it. He didn't know. Yesterday I was sitting in the living room, looking through old photos of Romeo on my phone, and TBH I was crying. I thought I was alone. Then my brother walked in, took one look at me, and started laughing menacingly. Literally, it sounded like Doflamingo from One Piece. He said things like, "You really crying over a dog? And man up, it's just an animal." I tried to ignore him at first and asked him to stop, but that just seemed to make him more of an asshole. He kept going, saying things like, "What's next? You gonna hold a funeral for him?" And even pretended to cry in a mocking way. I don't know what changed in me, but I snapped. I was hurt, angry, and just so fed up with how shitty he was being. I remembered that not long ago, his girlfriend of 2 years had broken up with him. Ever since, he's been moping around the house, blasting sad breakup songs, and talking to anyone who'll listen about how heartbroken he is. So I looked him dead in the eye and said, "At least just an animal loved me. Your girl clearly didn't love you the way she cheated on you. At least my dog died loving me. Your girl is still alive and didn't love you." He froze, completely silent. Then his face went red, and he stormed out of the room without saying a word. Fast forward to later, my parents heard about what happened, thanks to him, obviously, and told me I was out of line. They said I went too far and that I should apologize because what I said was cruel. But here's the thing, I don't feel like I owe him an apology. He mocked me while I was grieving, dismissed my feelings, and only stopped when I hit him where it hurt. I know what I said was harsh. I know it wasn't the nicest thing I could have said. But honestly, he started it. If he had just shown me a shred of emotion, or even left me alone, I wouldn't have gone there. Now my parents are pressuring me to make things right with him. But I don't see why I should have to apologize when he was the one who started being shitty first. Am I the butthole? Hey everyone! Thanks for everyone's support and love, I deeply appreciate it. I'm very sorry if I can't reply to everyone's comments, but truly I appreciate everyone's opinions, and I'm very grateful for everyone who actually cares to help. And I will definitely read all of them and try to figure this out. Thank you! Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Not the butthole. Ask your parents where they are when he starts teasing you. Tell them no. A 20-year who makes fun of a sibling for crying over a pet is heartless. It also makes me wonder if he has a mental illness. He may be a psychopath or sociopath. I suggest you stay away from him. He has some serious problems. I cried like a baby when my pet died. Tell your parents he's 20, not 2, and he needs to apologize. Go LC with him when you move out of house. Here's the response from OP. Thank you for this. I'm very sorry for your loss as well. I actually meant sadist for your brother, and he lacks empathy. Sorry for your loss. It's terrible, and then dealing with the sadist makes it much worse. TBH, it really doesn't matter whether he technically is or not. He's a shitty person, and that's enough. I lost my favorite cat a few years ago. Emily Wynn, a 64-year-old lady. I still cry over the loss of Shadow. I can look out my back French doors and picture her walking around the yard with my husband, her tail straight up, leading him to where she wanted to go. It's a terrible loss. I'm tearing up right now for your loss. It'll get easier, but I don't think it ever goes away. Hopefully, we'll see them again someday. Now, I'm just bawling. May God bless you and make your pain easier to bear. Also, your brother is a big asshole. My husband lost his favorite a while back, and it still makes him tear up from time to time. Thank you for your words. I'm so very sorry for the loss of Shadow. Hope you're doing well. And now for the next story. Am I the butthole for rejecting their wedding invitation? My partner, 43 female, and I, 44 female, were invited to a wedding last year for a couple who is tying the knot this October. I've known both of them for many years, so naturally, I'd be bringing my partner as my plus one. Since I pretty much grew up with them, they've also met a few of my former partners over the years, including one who was a long-term girlfriend. I have absolutely no issue with this, and they're actually friends with that ex of mine. To be honest, things just didn't work out between us, and while we both wanted different things, she dreamed of a lavish wedding and a marriage on paper. While my values shifted over time, we parted on fairly amicable terms. There was some hurt, as with any breakup, but nothing that was insurmountable. We've both moved on, and as far as I know, she's happily dating someone else. So imagine my surprise when I received an email just yesterday from the bride and groom, informing me that since my ex will be at the wedding, they felt it best that I don't bring my partner, just to avoid any potential drama from the past. Now mind you, my partner and I have been together for 5 years, so this isn't some short fling. We've built something real and solid, And I think it's absurd that at our ages, we're all in our 40s and 50s, the couple would feel the need to make such a request. It seems rather inconsiderate, and my partner, who's always been supportive, even thinks it was a bit of a backhanded decision. She suggested I go without her, but I know it's been bothering her. I ultimately decided not to attend the wedding. I made it clear to the couple that this was an event I wanted to share with my partner, and if they'd rather have me attend without her, I simply won't be there. I had no idea my decision would cause such a stir. The couple was genuinely shocked that I declined the invitation, and they expressed disappointment, saying they thought I would be there for them on their special day. But in all honesty, if this is how they were going to handle the situation, it wasn't the kind of support I was prepared to offer. Am I the butthole? Now let's check out some of the comments on this post. Not the butthole. People are free to choose what and who they want for their wedding, but they aren't free to make such choices without consequence. The consequence of their odd choice was that you won't be attending. Absolutely normal and even somewhat expected most of the time when one half of a couple, especially a solid couple, is not invited. Agreed, not the butthole. My niece chose a child-free wedding when I had 2 kids under 5. She was shocked I wasn't coming to an out-of-state wedding when I couldn't bring my 2 kids. Wished her the best, sent a lavish gift. I had no issues with her decision, and was glad she had a lovely kid-free wedding. Not the butthole. They want you to support them, their relationship, on their special day, but they don't support your relationship. Given that your current relationship has been over 5 years, that means your old relationship has been over for over 5 years. If there is any potential drama, ID, let them know. It seems it would be coming from your ex. If that is the case, then the ex is the one that should be told deal with it, or don't come. If your friends still don't get it, I suggest putting energy into finding new friends. Maybe it's not coming from the ex. Maybe the soon-to-be married couple want him and his ex to get back together, and they are the ones who are starting the drama. OP, her partner, and her ex are all women. I'm really confused why this is the couple's problem at all to address in the first place. They are the hosts. They're inviting whoever they want. If your ex is uncomfortable with your partner being there, that has literally nothing to do with the couple, be their friends or not. It's on the ex to decide to go and be civil, or to not go. That's what adults do. I'd be interested to hear where this is coming from. Did the ex request this of the couple? Or is this the couple taking matters into their own hands? Because if I was your ex and I found out the couple had asked my ex-partner not to bring their boyfriend or girlfriend on my behalf, I would be mortified. I would literally expire from embarrassment. Like maybe if you split up acrimoniously last year, and you're only in your 20s and just finished drama school. But this is just distasteful. Like you didn't think I had enough of a grip on myself at 40 that I'd have a mentee be at your wedding because I saw my ex-boyfriend from 5 years ago, with his long-term girlfriend. What kind of dramatic, pathetic baby you think I am? Either his ex is now an absolute wacko, or these guys done her so very wrong. Mortified is right. Like and subscribe for more awesome daily Reddit content. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos.